What's your thoughts on should we encourage homeowners to get pre-appraisals? Like, should they hire a private appraisal? Does that really stick, or like,
Does it help?
Does it help if
Does
they
it
get
help?
an appraisal done before listing a home?
I think it's not a bad thing in certain situations, and I know that's kind of a get out of jail kind of answer, but I think the idea is it can be very beneficial if you have. My boss uses this analogy often. Is let's say you have a property in Asheville, North Carolina, and it's 12 acres, octagon home with a pickleball court. That's an outlier type of property.
Yeah.
It's not a typical
Right.
standard run-of-the-mill HUD or PUD type neighborhood type house. So that kind of property, you don't really know what you're looking at because the comps are going to be really challenging, if at all available, right? So those are challenging ones, outlier type properties. If you're in a, I don't know, let's use a D.R. Horton type of neighborhood where you've got a standard national builder. They build 300 units in a property and they're all the same, more or less 3 different models, and that's it. I don't know that you really need I would agree. But the idea is I don't know that you need a value. I think there's enough online data that your lending partner and your realtor should be able to put together from a consumer standpoint to be able to say it's not necessary. If you have a big custom built home that you did a lot of upgrades on and you want to make sure you get some of that money back and you think, but I have my Italian, statue of my wife, I want to make sure I get all that. We know that's not going to work, but we also know that there are customizations that are upgrades that have been made that you want to make sure, hey, what would this be? And maybe people just want to know, maybe I'm going to put the house on the market, maybe I'm not. Let me just find out.
Right.
Am I upside down? Am I in good equity position?
Right.
Can I make enough money to buy the next house before I move?
Yeah.
Kind of figuring that stuff out. It just kind of depends on the scenario. I would definitely not consider having every consumer do it because it would just be wasteful. But in certain circumstances, definitely has a place. Yeah.